hope you've had a great day. Happy Capricorn season. Capricorn. Capricorn is a sea goat, earth sign, cardinal earth. So always trying to, reach up that hill. Goats themselves can climb up some pretty crazy spots, right? Let's see. Right now, Saturn is in Pisces. So this is being flexible, and understanding. Pisces and Saturn is like Christ consciousness, like 33 consciousness. It is understanding the boundaries so well and understanding like how time works that you transcend it, and it's becoming like Pisces, like very all in one. It's eco, not ego type shit, and I ain't saying that, the effects of Saturn won't hit you when you think like that, but you understand it's kind of, for the greater good type shit, or like, how are you willing to suffer? Interesting. How are you willing to suffer? Because, so when we think of Pisces, we can also take it back to the mystic. And when you think of Saturn and suffering, you also can think of what is it? Buddhism. Isn't Buddhism that's, life is suffering, but yet you find ways to keep pushing. Interesting. Did not know where that was going, but there we are. So Capricorn season, which makes sense because, Mars retrograde. Mars is action, right? And so this is like grounding our actions, and like I said, like goats can actually, if you've seen them, you can look them up, climbing up really steep cliffs with rocks that stick out this far, but I got my foot there. It is. So Capricorn also, that's the root chakra, and can be known as the root chakra. And that's being grounded in your steps, having that confidence in self. Mars retrograde in Leo. To actually, so 3 cards. I call upon the honorable, benevolent, elevated, most high creator, and the honorable, benevolent, elevated, Archangel Michael for honesty, truth, clarity, and protection. 3 cards for the collective. What can the collective expect this Capricorn season? But yes. Mars retrograde, Pluto's in Aquarius. What does all this mean? Get home before the street lights turn on green. In and out of town, key Glock on green. Yeah, this is knowing your limits, understanding your limits. I wouldn't say letting it define you, but understanding how to work with them, and where you can actually keep things pushing and keep motion flowing. In and out of town. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Exactly. This is on yellow. This is air. So like I was just saying, Pluto and Aquarius. So Aquarius is also ruled by Saturn traditionally, right? So with that being in Pluto, this is like a Saturn influenced Pluto. So this is Aquarius is the humanitarianism, and so they see the cracks. So it's Capricorn. So is okay. What is in Venus? Venus is in Aquarius, huh? Yeah, Venus is in Aquarius. Okay, period. Exactly. So this is understanding how your love can actually encompass everything, how to be mindful and use that Saturn, that knowing your limits, understanding other people's limits, understanding, transcending time and space to like see the parts that move, right? This is having that at the basis. So light as a feather, stiff as a board. You are always malleable, right? You can always shift. But some things have to be rigid. Like there's a limit. There's a limit. And like, how are you going to, Black Madonna on red, fire, right? Urzuli Danto's divine protection. They a hater. Ooh, hold on. An envious heart makes a treacherous ear. Their eyes were watching God. Zora Neale Hurston. Envy is deadly. Okay. Do a little shadow work and spirit guides. Interesting. Okay, so 2 more cards. I don't really have to say anything after that, right? I feel like that was pretty self-explanatory. Black Madonna here. I'll come back to this. Of course, we're going to give thanks and reverence to the Black Madonna. Don't forget that the Russians actually have shown, like, Putin showed the Black Madonna. Go Google it. Putin and Black Madonna. Like, they know. People know. Right. And so this also Black Madonna. So what am I getting at? So this, I thought of like Kali Ma, right? And which is Urzuli Danto, like, type shit. And so this is like coming through with the swiftness, so that you can see when people, this is more protection behind the scenes. Okay, 2 more cards. Yeah, so it's just like always, yeah. That's who you're going to have to face. Those are the people and the women, because listen, Kali Ma, please go look her up. She was the defender of the women, the weak. I don't want to say women and weak. That's not what I'm saying. But like, energies that will, the meek shall inherit the earth. Duh. Did all that roundabout, but you know what? Obviously, it had to be said, so never mind. But 2 more cards for the collective for Capricorn season. 2 more cards. Interesting. Yeah, but their eyes were watching God. God sees all. Okay. And this was 2 more cards. 1, 2, 3. You did the work. Now trust the process. You must become shapeless, formless like water. Pisces. Saturn and Pisces. 11:11. Your destiny's calling. Will you answer? And then Lyran. What the Lion of Judah. And then 11:11. So this is Mars retrograde, getting back into like your light, and getting back into your purpose, getting back into like the spark that actually fuels your not self-creativity, but yes, self-expression. That's the word I was looking for. Leo, self-expression. 5, change happens when you express yourself, because you are constantly moving energy. Now, how you determine what is your platform? What is it based on? If you are constantly moving, you are constantly moving energy, right? But how you express yourself, the way that you work here, live here, just life in general. And it starts with the mindset, right? Like, you hear the wind. It's been going, and yeah. Pluto in Aquarius, Venus in Aquarius. fuck the big three, nigga. It's just big me like that. Atlantis, step into the wormhole. Okay, I'm gonna stop here on the green. I sure was just watching Rick and Morty. Oh, yes, Rick and Morty. Okay, bad money. Timelines, timeline jumpings, dimensions, whatever, like parallel dimensions type shit. Like every choice that you make creates a new timeline. It can stick with one, but like you have to be. I was just watching the episode where they broke time. Yes, where they broke time because Morty and Summer, they were arguing back and forth about some, and they weren't sure in what they wanted to say. Oh, message. They weren't sure how they wanted to say, move, or act. And so they, I guess that's the hidden stuff, huh? That could also be why that hidden hater stuff came up. But this is also, you are not supposed to go on that table, ma'am. No. Come on. Yeah. You're doing too much. Dimension, step into that wormhole. What was I just saying? Rick and Morty, they weren't sure of how they wanted to move, and then they broke time, and of course, Rick and Morty style, right? And so this is also about being your own worst enemy, because so yes, they were unsure about how they wanted to move, act, and say, feel, blah, 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 blah. And so they broke time, which is like a pausing in your time, because if you keep in certain things, right? And this can also be very, very real too. I don't, anything is possible, right? But like, when you get stuck, I don't want to say get stuck, but have things built up, it can keep you stuck in a different place of time that is not the present, right? So this is why you have to feel your shit and let it pass, because you will be stuck in the past, stuck on these triggers, stuck on these different things that like, you haven't necessarily healed from. And it's like, okay, well, but how do we get here, right? So this is, and of course everything takes time. Like if flight, survival mode, all of these things play a factor. And this is also going back into Capricorn season, Pisces and Capricorn. This is Christ-like consciousness. What I was saying at the beginning, like understanding, right? Like all of these things play a factor in how people move and how you move, right? And so Lion of Judah, you are the medicine. You are the medicine. Let me stop. And then water. Yeah, I'll stop there. Alchemist. Okay. Oh, this isn't even supposed to be upside down. Hold on. This isn't supposed to be upside down. Follow the drinking gourd. The drinking gourd is the Pleiades. The seven sisters, right? And so this was also, so I say the drinking gourd because this is getting insight from your higher self, from the spirits, from the divine. Why do I say all this? Because the drinking gourd, that's, they follow the drinking gourd. It was like a thing like in during like enslavement and shit like that. Like that was a like escape route type shit, right? And one of the things. And so this is like, understanding things deeper to that level as well. Like we are still dealing with the aftermath of that. Like this shit has never gone away. Right. And so this is actually understanding that, because we are at a really pivotal time right now where we see that the structures that this world is built on, right? This global world is built on, right? Doesn't really support you, really. And so this is like, okay, well, back that up. How do we become better at community? How do we begin to, come together on some shit, right? This is like, and it maybe change takes time, but it's like getting that mindset there that like these systems do not support us, and we have to find community that does support us. We have to find ways that do support us, right? And this is for everybody, right? Yeah, so 3 cards. How can we deal with this energy? I call upon the Honorable, Benevolent, Elevated, Most High Creator, and the Honorable, Benevolent, Elevated, Most High Archangel Michael for honesty, truth, clarity, and protection. How can the collective move with this energy? 3 cards. 2 more. 1 more. Yeah, I sure was just gonna say that. Okay, so the eight of swords, right? 7 of swords. Oh, see, I thought it was the 8 of swords. I was gonna say stop being conflicted in your own stuff. Well, blind, putting yourself in your own cages. But this is like 7 of swords to the Ace of stars. This is having compassion. Yes, having a strategy of love. I don't see this. I mean, yeah, you can see it because traditionally it is sneaky stuff, but like it's also supplying resources. Understand that things must be done with love. Understanding that, yeah, how you move can't be deceptive because the energy is always there. The energy is always there. So even if you're not physically saying it, your actions will give it away. Even if you're not physically saying it, your body language is giving it away. Like there are things like, it's like you're saying one thing but doing another, right? And so this is like giving, and this is also about self too. So I'll go back to self-sabotage, stopping self-sabotage, because I don't want to put it out on other people, but like, also watching that, because that was a whole mouthful, right? 1 more card. Oh, look at that. Queen of Swords, Judgment, Ace of Swords. Seeing things with clarity. Okay, yeah, and then Judgment too. What I was just saying. Yeah. Judgment. And I don't know why I just did all that, but yes, moving energy. Also, yeah, move the energy. Smoke, cleanse your house. Burn some sage, some Palo Santo, shit, rosemary. If you can find you some copal, I love me some copal, frankincense and myrrh. You can put those in a diffuser. Get you some incense. Get you something. Help move the energy in your space, right? But Judgment, this is like Judgment, like look at your actions, like seeing things with, I don't want to say that, well, yes, but seeing things with clarity, seeing beyond the veil, because be shapeless, formless like water, like understanding the truth behind it. Like I was just saying, the energy behind it, reading, being able to read the room, being able to transcend, like getting you a bird's eye view. And this isn't like to get rid of your feelings either, right? Like still feel what you feel, but like take yourself up out of your feelings. Like feel it and let it go through you, but don't let it harbor. And if you let it, like, because letting it harbor, like I was saying, keeps you stuck in certain loops and cycles and stuff like that. And of course, way easier said than done. But it is like a everyday type of thing. But Capricorn season is about getting real with it. Getting, just putting more faith in like being not intentional. I was gonna not transactional. Being intentional. Okay, transactional. Capricorn season. You know they all about that coin. Go get you some money. Go figure out some. Go find some stability somewhere, somehow, right? But no, transactional as in like what energy are you exchanging? Transactional, right? But understanding like what is the intention behind this? What is the intention behind this move? What is the intention behind what I'm saying? What are you trying to convey? And getting really clear in that, and getting really clear in what you like. Because Seven of Swords, this is also like boundaries. That's what I see, right? And so this is like, boundaries. Because I was just talking about boundaries earlier. Yeah. Limits, understanding limits and stuff like that, right? And how do we approach those limits with love? And how can we expand those limits? Like how, like inch by inch, be formless, shapeless like water. Like you're gonna move up, right? And become lighter. And when you become lighter, like, going from 3D to 4D to 5D, like, when you become, well, I don't want to say that, but like spiritually, that's what people, we always talk about becoming lighter, right? So yeah, and stopping the overthinking. Oh, duh, I didn't even finish that Rick and Morty thing, huh? Well, I come back to Rick and Morty because in that episode, Rick, he was at war with himself. Talking about, we don't want to merge anymore, blah, blah, blah. He's trying to take me out. And so, instead of having all of these different parts, if you watch the episode, they split time into like 90 something, right? And so this is like coming back and converging into one and getting on the timeline with your highest self. Such a roundabout way of saying get in touch with your higher self. But this is like, yes, I'm gonna go into the spiritual stuff, like past life stuff, like things like that, ancestral stuff, getting tuned into everything that like you actually hold inside of yourself, right? Yeah, that's all I have to say. So yeah, get grounded, get real with yourself, take some time to get some structure, get a routine going that prioritizes your health, because Capricorn, earth, health, right? Yeah, Ashe. Oh, have a good Capricorn season. Yeah, Ashe.